Hi everybody, Carla Maria, and we are here at the book launch for Fields of Fortune. Now I have here the man of the evening, CEO of Global Processing Systems, and also author of the book, Moses Heredia. How are you this evening?
You know, I'm honored to be here, and I'm honored also, obviously, to have a lot of friends and family here. It's just an amazing. I've been very blessed.
I love that. One thing I've got to say is, that I've been coming on is your connection to family and also just how well-rounded of an individual you are, that you understand all of the synergy of every single working part, mentally, physical, emotional. Your story is so inspiring, just so much tenacity, right? What would you say to like viewers and people that are, struggling, right?
You know, I would definitely give my advice and continue is never give up. Always be dedicated to the four G's and the four pillars that I believe in, which is
Yes.
God, goals, grind, and make a global impact. And always just stay disciplined. You know, one of the reasons why I wrote this book is really my mom inspired me. And she was someone who was an immigrant with no education. You know, she couldn't read, she couldn't write, and all she had behind her really was a work ethic. And the work ethic is what I inspire everyone. As long as you have that and you're disciplined, it doesn't matter if your skin color, it doesn't matter if you're educated, it doesn't matter if you were born in wealth. At the end of the day is I encourage everyone to just hit the grind, make it happen, and things will follow, and stay truth to your faith.
I love that. And one of the things that I really enjoy about like some of the content you've done or podcast things you've spoken about is that, sometimes people go, oh, I don't have a mentor or something, I can't afford this and that. And they think therefore that they're limited, right? And I love that you share, so openly that being able to just motivate yourself or pick yourself up and believe in yourself, right? What would you say to those people that, maybe think, oh, I'm not capable because I don't have access to these resources financially?
You know, it's no excuse. No one has access to a lot of resources.
Yes.
I remember walking, and I was on commission only, walking to my customers. I remember riding a bike to my clients. And back in that day, there was no electric bikes, so it was me pedaling, borrowing cars, taking rides. At the end of the day is you can't, when you're down is when you got to get back up and dust off, and it's how you get up and how you continue. So at the end of the day is don't ever feel sorry for yourself. Find where your gift is, because we're all gifted. God gave us a gift.
Amen.
At the end of the day is you got to scratch the surface and dig that hole and make sure you find your gift, because we all have it. It's just a matter of finding it and never give up. I always tell my staff, like, shoot for the moon, and if you land on a star, you're going to land somewhere, right? So at the end of the day is never give up and have that discipline and dedication.
Beautiful. Thank you for such a powerful message. We celebrate you tonight. And where's the best place for people to keep up with you online?
You know, I have my IG, I have other platforms, but my Instagram is Moses Heredia _. So just like my first and last name.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.